All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bloaded Podcast. The podcast talking about everything NBA Sluggers related. I got a side for me, Liam, the Supernovas GM. How you doing, Liam?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for this next episode. We get a lot of things on the agenda today.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Last episode, we kind of introduced ourselves and then also talked a lot about, what's going on, how the season ended last year, sort of what we're looking forward to in the upcoming offseason. Went over our first mock draft, which was a lot of fun. Talked about the teams changing their names. And now, this episode, we're seeing the beginning of that kind of off-season buzz, right? We're going to be talking about week one of signings. Let's first start by talking about the Mies, I think, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will be.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I feel like that's really important right now.
Yeah. So we are adding more Mies this time around. That is correct. Last year there were 2 Mies for 9 different colors. We had gotten rid of a few colors, consolidated just 9, and those were red, blue, light green, green, yellow, pink, and black, and brown. 2 Mies for each colors, and the Mies had pretty much fully unique and customized stats. So there were some Mies with like 7 batting even, and 7 pitching. Like they weren't all very generic like they are in the base game.
Mm-hmm.
So this year we are going to instead do 4 Mies for each of those 9 colors. The same 9 colors coming back, but it's going to be 4 Mies for each one. And we are now going to kind of make them all a bit more basic, because last year we had 2 different Mies just go off. Alomar and Ganondorf were like 2 of the best pitchers in the game last season, and then we also had like Little Mac was a really good batter, to be honest. A few other Mies also did a little bit better than they probably should have. And we kind of said, we like the way the Mies work in the base game like they did in, a lot of other leagues that we've looked at. And so we said, we're going to try to kind of scale the Mies back in how good they are, but add a lot more of them so people can customize teams a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
So some Mies will be returning, just with slightly different stats. But quite a few are also leaving. It's mostly the ones that just didn't get much playing time, weren't that important to us, and just didn't work with the Mies that we're adding. So
yeah.
I don't know if you actually have the list, Liam. So
we're planning.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I have the updated list, because I know we had one list.
Yeah.
And then we changed a few things, but like on the one list that I have, I had Shadow, but that was.
Yeah, we've gotten rid of him since.
We're gonna add Shadow, but
let me.
It kind of didn't really make sense if we were removing Sonic, so.
Let me give you the updated list real quick. There you go. We had even we had toyed with a lot of ideas for the Mies, by the way. One thing we had thought about was doing like commissioner Mies, so like we would all have Mies, or doing like fan Mies, so like a bunch of people that we know who are like in the league but aren't GMs, which I thought that would be kind of cool, but it just didn't really work out. And it was, I don't know, a little weird. So we decided to do this instead, where each Mii is kind of just things we came up with. A lot of these are references to things that either we know or like things. Yeah, references to things that we know. Liam, you want to go ahead?
Honestly, everybody knows.
Yeah, a lot of these are things just kind of like generally funny little memes that we came up with. Liam, you want to start us off? Go ahead and read the red ones.
Alright, hang on. Let me pull up the list. Yeah.
Something to point out, Mies you can only make 2 sets of Miis for each color. You can make male and female, and the male and female can have different stats. So because of that, there are basically like 2 groups of Miis for each color, and each group has their own stats, if that makes sense. It's not always 2 and 2. We just kind of, I don't know, there were more male characters that we had from last year, I think, that we kept, and just more male characters in the end. Like, it just kind of worked out that way. And so a lot of them are like 3 guys, 1 girl, or something like that.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine, and I might try to balance it out someday, but I just don't really know how, to be honest. But if you want to go ahead.
Starting off with the red Miis, we have Cheese Pizza.
Yep. Legendary. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Yeah. It's like...
even if you watch Akamos, you might not know. You have to specifically have been watching the Akaland Sports Mix live streams to know. Like, this is like this is kind of a deep cut reference. But I just thought it was hilarious when it happened, so you can't... I had to bring him. We had to bring him into the league.
And then we have Ness. He will be returning, but he will be now a red Mii.
Yeah, which is really his true colors. He was stuck being blue last year, but he's really a red guy.
And then Hot Baldy, which is my... on my Switch, he is like my main Mii. Like, whenever I use a Mii, like that, I always use Hot Baldy.
Yeah, I don't really know why, but that's what you've rolled with for like 5+ years now, so yeah.
Yeah, and I still do. I still do.
Yep.
I still try to. And then Pauline will be returning.
Yep, Pauline will be returning. So Cheese Pizza, Ness, and Hot Baldy, those are going to be the 3 males for red. And they all have the same stats, 5, 5, 6, 4, so that's 5 pitching, 5 batting, 6 fielding, 4 speed. And then across from
Pauline
them...
is 5, 5, 5, 5.
Yep, Pauline, 5, 5, 5, 5. She's about as generic as they come. Maybe she won't be quite as abysmally bad this year. I'm hoping not. I tried to buff her a little bit, because for some reason she was, like, really terrible in Season 1. So, she's going to get a redemption arc, maybe. So then the yellow Miis, we've got Joe Burrow, who, the NFL quarterback, during the offseason, he decided he might take a stab at baseball, since the Bengals aren't really doing it for him. And then with him is going to be Stan, and Stan has a twin sister named Lee, and, both of them kind of resemble a particular comic book artist, if you catch my drift there. So Joe Burrow and Stan are the male yellows, and then Pac-Man and Pikachu, both returning this year, are the 2 female yellows. Which... Yep. You ran Pac-Man as your second baseman all season last year, actually. So I know you're glad to have him coming back. And then Pikachu...
I'm very happy.
Yep, Pikachu...
He did really good. He didn't really have a great start to the season, but he had a really good end to the season.
Yeah, Pac-Man, he was pretty solid, and his fielding was a staple of your guys' defense. Pikachu was in the outfield for Aslan most of the season. He was kind of so-so, but... we'll see how he does.
The whole season.
Yeah, did he play every game? I think he did.
Yeah, he played every game. The only person on Adam's team that didn't play every game was Pink Yoshi.
Oh, yeah, Pink Yoshi. I remember when she brought him out like one time and it just did not work out.
No, that was Green Noki.
Yoshi
stayed for the whole season.
You're right. Okay, yeah, I got it backwards. She brought Green Noki out one time and it did not work out. And then Pink Yoshi came in because... Green Noki was terrible. So the yellow Miis, Joe Burrow and Stan, their 6 pitching is their best thing. 4 batting, 5 fielding, 5 speed. Pac-Man and Pikachu are 4 batting, 4 pitching, 6 fielding, and 6 speed. I feel like I'm spewing all these numbers out. No one's going to really remember them all, but hey, that's okay. Light green Miis. Now this is a fun one because we've got some legendary Miis here in this color. We've got Olimar and Professor Egad. I am so pumped to see Professor Egad out on the field.
Yeah, Professor Egad. He's going to be a really good player.
He's going to be an instant legend.
Opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. He's literally going to be the Olimar, I feel like, of this season 2, which is funny because he's got the exact same stats and the same color as Olimar, who was the best pitcher in the league last year. So good. He might not be quite as broken this season, but he's bringing back most of the same arsenal, so teams got to watch out for him. And then Inkling and Alex from Minecraft are the 2 light green female Miis. They're both pretty generic all around, but have high speed and low fielding. By the way, I remember Alex might have been the hardest Mii for me to make. I genuinely,
really?
It took me so many tries. No one has a good Alex Mii on the internet. I tried to find one, and they all looked really dumb. So that one took me very many tries. But the dark green Miis are Link returning as well as Little Mac, and with them is Koji Kondo, the famous video game music composer. There you go, that's the right word. He did all the music for most of the Mario games and the Zelda franchise, so I feel like we had to give him a nod. And he also just looks so funny, it's amazing. Like, his Mii is my personal favorite. It looks just like him, and I crack up every time I see it. Can you just imagine hitting a Koji Kondo dinger? Like, come on, bro. What could be cooler than that?
That would be sweet.
It's just
here, I can get the next one if you want me to.
Yep. Well, there's another green Mii.
Oh, yeah, right.
The other green Mii is none other than Luigi 2. Yes, it's Luigi 2, Luigi's secret twin brother. He had an ACL sprain last season, and his brother did so horrible at basketball that he's now forever shamed and decided to move to the NBA instead of staying in the asthma. I'm genuinely really interested to see how Luigi 2 turns out, because he's kind of going to be a weird character. Spoiler alert, his stats are a little wonky, because why not? It's fun that way. So, he's going to be fun.
He's just a fun character, just in general.
Yeah, he's great. I love Luigi 2.
We have, for the light blue Miis, Mega Man will be returning.
What a legend. I forgot about him. He was so good for the flowers. I almost forgot about him. We didn't bring him up earlier.
He was the staple of their, not the staple, but one of the staples of their amazing defense.
Yeah, he was surprisingly elite second baseman. Just really cool character, to be honest. Like, he had a homer, I think. He was a good pitcher when he got on the mound, and he played good defense. He was just kind of a one-man show.
Well, he paired with Baby Daisy really well.
So well. They were an incredible duo. And so then beside him, Shigeru Miyamoto. If we gave Koji Kondo the nod, you knew Miyamoto was going to get his character in there. The Nintendo legend. Is he famous or infamous at this point, Liam? I'm not really sure. All of it at once, I guess.
Yeah.
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 That was a very confident yeah. Like
all the above.
Everything is Miyamoto is everything. He is so, and then also we got another light blue male. There's actually 3 of them. The light blue, by the way, they're all good pitchers. Yeah.
Next up we have Dak Joyle.
And then the light blue female is Rosalina returning again this season.
Of course.
I think, is she kind of our what's the word, underrated me that we think could have a big year season 2?
Yes, I agree. I think she's definitely the underrated me.
Yeah, because she was a good pitcher when she came in. She pitches a lot like Toadsworth, by the way. That's kind of where her stats align. And Toadsworth was kind of nasty. And then she also has Magical Catch. That's the Magic Koopa's fielding ability. So she could be good in the infield as well.
Oh, I didn't know she had that ability.
Yep. It makes her pretty versatile, to be honest. I mean, her speed and batting are low, of course, but, you know.
Yeah. She's just not really the type.
Yep. Then, speaking of batting, though, next are the 3 blue male Miis, and they pack a punch. It is Steve from Minecraft.
Speaking of Minecraft, guess
Yeah,
what I'm doing right now while we're doing this recording.
Yes. Shh. Liam takes the league very seriously. He would never play Minecraft while doing a podcast. What?
Totally not.
Liam, why have... This is like the third...
Totally not playing a horror mod pack right now.
This is the third time we've mentioned Minecraft on this podcast, Liam. What's going on, man?
It is.
Are you trying to, like, sell Minecraft to people? Like, come on, man. What's with this? First the Phantoms, and now we have Steve? Like, what? What is happening here? Well, the best part about Steve... Yeah, it's actually Jack Black. Like, literally, it's just straight up Jack Black, so...
Seriously?
Yeah, it's just straight up Jack Black. It looks just like him, too. It's actually hilarious. It's gonna be so good. And then... the next blue Mii is Bojiro. Bojiro is a famous Italian ballet performer who also has awesome freckles and red hair.
What is his description?
That's just what he looks like. I'm going off the cuff here, Liam. There's not much to say about Bojiro, okay? I had to try to pretend he was important in any way. He's not at all, actually, but don't tell him that. He kind of has a temper issue, I think. And then the other blue Mii is Foreman Spike. This is probably one of my favorite Mario characters we added, was Spike. I don't know why I didn't think of him season 1, but he's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool character. I like Foreman Spike.
Yep.
Especially his Mario movie interpretation.
I know, he was great in the movie. Genuinely one of the better characters they adapted, I feel like.
Yeah.
So then the blue female is not a female at all. I said we had more males than females, and this is it rearing its ugly head. Eddie Scott is the Madden character my sister made. The Evelyn, the Nightmares GM, made him like 8 years ago on Madden 2016, and he's come back in like every Madden game, so he's kind of just like a family character at this point. Like every time we go to play Madden, like it's Eddie Scott, like every time. He's been like a player for 3 different teams. He's won us 2 Super Bowls as a head coach. He's just a legend, man. So he's trying out baseball this time. Let's see how it goes. And then the pink Miis, we've got Kirby making a return.
Which I am very happy about.
Yep, Kirby. Pretty legendary player for you. Stats are being slightly tweaked around. Kirby's probably the one who's changing the most. Because last year, Kirby was kind of like a 9 fielding, a 1 speed, and then like 5 of the other 2 stats. This year, it's just like 4, 5, 5, 6, or 5, 5, 6, 4, I mean. So, gonna be a lot more generic, but that's okay. We wanted it to be that way. We didn't want the Miis to be overpowered. And then the other pink Miis are Zelda, Captain Syrup, and blue. Captain Syrup being the... what is she from? One of the Wario games?
World?
Yeah, the
Wario game.
Yeah.
Wario
and
World,
then,
Wario Land. I don't really know.
Yeah,
Nobody
some
really
of
pays
those.
attention to the Wario games. Nobody really pays attention to the Wario games. No offense.
There's gonna be like all these Wario game fans that like backlash you because of that, Leo.
I'm sorry, Wario game fans, but nobody plays
Yeah.
nobody plays your games.
Yeah, he's not wrong though. And then blue, I don't know who blue is, to be honest. She just kind of like signed up, and I didn't even notice she was on this list until I had already given her a spot. So yeah. Then we've got brown. There's Ken and Matt. Ken returning from last season, and then Matt, the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT of boxing, coming from Wii Sports. He was actually kind of good in baseball and Wii Sports too, so he knows his way around a diamond. He's gonna be awesome. I'm so pumped.
Pretty good player. Yeah, I'm excited for Matt as well.
He really packs a punch, if you get what I mean. Yeah, it was really bad. The fake laugh didn't help. I think it would have been better without it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Then the female brown me's are Samus, making another return, and then Lee, Stan's twin sister. And the black me's are Ganondorf, John Madden, Tyra. I mean, this is just like a legendary lineup in the making here. Like, I feel like if you read these names, and it's like that meme of, you know,
John Madden was actually on our season 1 list of me's that we were gonna use.
Yeah, and then we had to take him
out halfway through. We never ended up using him.
Yeah. I feel like the list of me's, the black list of me, that sounded weird. The list of black me's, that also sounds weird. The list of black me's is like a legendary lineup. Like, you know that meme where it's like the guy with the white hair, and like every time something happens, his face just gets more and more crazy, ecstatic. You know which one I'm talking about. I'll probably post it. I'll probably show it up on the screen. But it's like Ganondorf, John Madden, Tyrone, and Jimmy John, and then it's like the red glowing eyes of Jimmy John. Like, come on. This is literally legendary right here. Tyrone. So Ganondorf is returning from last season. John Madden is the football personality, just passed away. Rest in peace, John Madden. But in baseball, he's still alive somehow. Yeah. Did I
it's
say?
Been a while, bro.
I mean, it's still been kind of recent though. I don't know.
But, like...
Yeah. But in baseball, apparently he's still alive. I guess we didn't really think that through, but yeah, the baseball reality is on an alternate dimension. That explains, you know. Otherwise, how would Link be here? You know, he's always saving the kingdom. Tyrone is a me who we created for Super Smash Bros. Like a decade ago, and he's just always been the best me ever. Like, he genuinely was the best me we ever made in Smash Bros. He dominated everything. So he's making a comeback. And then Jimmy John, an Italian sandwich delivery guy. He is freaky fast, let me tell you. 6 speed. I think he's the fastest me, by the way.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And his throwing speed is pretty high too. His fastball is pretty high. Bro, it's just, he is the epitome of speed right here. So we just finished talking about the Mii's, which is pretty big news. It's going to be a lot of fun. One interesting effect of all this, there are a lot of Mii's that did retire from last season, right? That aren't going to be coming back next year, and that has affected the playing field, right? It's mostly ones who didn't get much playing time. I'm trying to think who are some Mii's that left. Pit is gone. Pit is retired. Who else is retired? Sonic is retiring. Yes. We talked about this in the World Series, actually, how it was going to be his last game on the Monsters. Kind of a big moment for him. He loves baseball, but it just didn't work out. A few other people retired. But what that means is there are some teams that impacts a lot of teams who may have wanted to sign those players. Instead, they're going to have to look elsewhere. And talking about signing, that is the next thing that is, happening in the league is we are in the signing period. So each team can sign up to 4 players that were on their up to 5 players that were on their squad last year. So the players are cut up into 3 tiers, and I know those tiers. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. There are more tier 2s and tier 3s. The tier 1s are only the best of the best. The tier 2 are like the middle, and tier 3s is the bench players and the just not that good players. You get to keep 1 person from tier 1, 2 from tier 2, and 2 from tier 3. And you also can decide not to keep players from each tier if you would rather just get a draft pick. What makes this all interesting, of course, is the retention rates. The return rates, which is kind of an idea. It's something that's used a lot in fantasy leagues and things like that. The ASA used this, used the retention rate. We added the tiers. So the rates, I don't think we need to talk about them too long.
No.
But a quick recap, like rundown of what's going on here. Players who played better, have more chemistry, had good playing time, their rates will be higher. Players who didn't get the playing time they wanted, who don't have good chemistry, who are on a worser team, right? Things like that are more likely to leave. So, like at the top, you have Bowser's at 90%, Donkey Kong 88%, Hammer Bro 87%. At the bottom, you have like, let's see, who's at the bottom? Red Koopa Troopa at 51 because he didn't play a single game. King Boo at 51 because he was so bad. Peach at 52. You kind of get the gist. So
some of the rates, I feel like could just meet for the future. Just I feel like some of the rates could have been a little lower. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. And I also think,
I think we super low, but like still could be low.
Yeah, I also think we probably should have tried to balance the teams out. Maybe like my dad's rates are really low, all of them. Michael's rates. And we maybe should have tried to, like unfairly low, possibly. Like, I don't even know if they need to be that low necessarily. So, that's just something to think about for next year. Week 1, each team got to choose 2 players. Is that correct?
Yeah, two players they wanted to sign.
Yep. And so, the results from week 1, we might put in the background some of the clips, though. I will admit that footage was kind of crazy, so we're not going to be posting the whole thing, I don't think. But Michael tried to keep Bowser Jr. and Boomerang Bro. He was not very successful. Both of them left. They had a 59 and 70% chance to leave, and both of them walked away. Evelyn tried to keep Red Toad, who stayed, right? A road to success. She's always... You can't have Evelyn's team without Red Toad. And then Red Magic Koopa was her second pick. She didn't try to keep K-Rool or PD week 1. All right, that's important. And they both stayed. I know there were a lot of rumors going around about whether she was going to try to keep King K-Rool or PD. I think she just said she wasn't sure, to be honest, which one she wanted to take. And I don't blame her. Those are 2 amazing players. That's a tough decision to make. It is also probably a good time that we squash the rumors about King K-Rool actually leaving week 1. So there were these false rumors spread around that Evelyn was going to try to keep K-Rool and that he had already told her no. That did not happen. So, yeah. I don't remember what the reporter's name was.
It wasn't Jack Cooper though.
No, it wasn't Jack Cooper. Don't worry, you can still count on him. It was what's his name, the Toad.
Yeah, they're probably.
Yeah.
Everyone's confused. Like, who the heck is Jack Cooper? But,
Jack Cooper is like one of the analysts who highlights the league. He's a pretty cool guy. Met him once. But anyways, Evelyn did keep Red Mage and Red Toad. Liam tried to keep Brown Critter and Red Pianta. They were pretty high percentages, but he only got one. He kept Red Pianta, but Brown Critter decided to go, and I know you were heartbroken about that one.
I was very mad about that, yeah.
Yeah. I think the whole league was kind of like, oh, that might change things up a little bit, because then it meant you had a chance to take Wario, because Brown Critter was your other tier 1, and a lot of people were expecting Wario to be out there in the draft pool, so that shook things up a little bit. Ben tried to keep Bowser and Blue Dry Bones. He got them both. Oh, big shocker. Olimar and Inkling were the two people Lucy tried to keep, and she got them. The Inklings duo, or Inkling duo, the Me duo, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, both stayed with the Wild. Well, not the Wilds anymore. Both stayed with the Lambs and Andrew's squad. This was the big one. Aslan attempted to keep Daisy and Blue Pianta. Daisy had a 78% chance to stay. Blue Pianta had a 69%. You would not believe what happened. Daisy decided to walk out on the paintbrushes, and Blue Pianta chose to stick around. A crazy turn of fate. Genuinely the most shocking failed signing, I think. I don't think anybody saw that one coming.
No. Nobody. I don't think anybody would have.
It was genuinely insane. Catastrophic for the paintbrushes, by the way. Daisy is their whole team, and I don't know why she would leave. She was loved there. Wasn't she in the All-Star game as a captain? No less.
All-Star game captain.
Everybody, she was amazing for that team, and she just left. I've heard rumors that the paintbrushes weren't willing to offer her as much money as she was looking for. Is that what you've heard?
Honestly, I don't really know. I haven't really been looking at it much after signing, because I've been in Tennessee this past week.
Yeah. Down. He's taking he had to leave the Mushroom Island for a little bit, and he's been taking his rounds throughout the USA. You are right, though. Really, we haven't gotten much confirmation from Daisy herself yet as to what happened. We'll have to see if she comes out and says anything. I don't know. I wonder if she just... Yeah, I don't know. Liam. It really is a head scratcher, because she fits with that team, and they probably are going to just draft her anyway, so who knows. Waluigi stayed with me, but Yellow Magic Koopa decided to leave, which kind of, that was one that hurt me a lot. I really tried to get him. I offered him on the first day. I gave him an offer, and he still walked away from me.
You really wanted him.
I really did. He was a great pitcher for me last year. So that was day 1. Not too much crazy stuff happening, but there were some people leaving. Day 2, actually, never mind. I completely lied. There was crazy stuff happening. Brown Critter and Daisy leaving was actually insane. Like, no one saw either of those things happening. Day 2 came around, and we'll go the other way around maybe. To redeem myself, tried to keep Green Magic Koopa, and then Green Shy Guy and Green Dry Bones.
And
I
you
got all
them,
3.
Correct?
Yes,
Pretty
I
sure
got all 3.
Most people got all of them on day 3.
Yeah, day 3 was more lenient. I got all 3 of them, and let me tell you, that was pretty nice to get those 3 guys back. Aslan, the paintbrushes, went after Pink Yoshi, Baby Daisy, and Mega Man. Mega Man, a key part of their infield last year. They're trying to keep some part of their identity, and they
did get all of them.
They also got all 3. They hit the grand slam. Pink Yoshi, Baby Daisy, Mega Man, all 3 staying on the team. Then, this was an interesting one. The Lambs. We said before the season we weren't sure exactly who they were going to try to keep and who they were going to let go. They decided to go with Boo, which we thought was a possibility for his pitching prowess. But then they went with Baby DK.
It was a little bit of a shocker.
It was a little bit of a
DK.
shocker. They went for Baby DK, and I think a lot of people weren't really sure they would go with him because, like, you can always pick him up in the draft probably, but that shows how valuable he is to the team. And then they went with Yellow Yoshi. And we were talking about this on the signing day. Like, that was a genius move because
It really was, yeah.
both Baby DK and Donkey Kong now have chemistry with Yoshi.
Yoshi.
So that would be a pretty cool outfield. You could run a Baby DK Yellow Yoshi and then you could another DK or a me or something. And it really looked like a great plan. Of course, though, it didn't work out because Baby DK left, which was a shocker to a lot of us. I feel like he needed to go stretch his wings, I guess, go find his own place on a different squad. But he did. Andrew did get Boo and Yellow Yoshi, which is impressive because they were both lower percentages. That might be what he needs since his team is kind of in a tricky position now, losing Baby DK. Then came the Wing Squad, and having snagged the 2 light green Miis, they went for the whole shebang. They tried to grab everybody light green they could. They went after Yoshi and Green Paracupa. And
who else did they go after?
And Blue Magic Koopa was the third person that
That's
she went
right.
after. And let's be real, those are some pretty cool players. Blue Magic Koopa had that game-winning star hit, remember, early in the season, one of her only wins. Then Green Paracupa, the home run, the only home run on our team. And then Yoshi, a legendary captain, you know? I mean, what are they the worst team in the league? Sure. Was it Yoshi's fault? No, he was a good pitcher for them.
No.
Here's the thing, though. When you're the worst team in the league, players might not want to stay. And it really came back to bite Lucy here because Yoshi left. And not only Yoshi, the man, the myth, the legend, the Koopa, the myth, the legend, Green Paracupa decided to walk away from the team that had made him a hero. Just such a sad story.
So sad.
We will see what he can do.
The team mourned for days.
Oh yeah, it was hard. They were heartbroken to lose him. They did get Blue Match though, which is kind of nice because he was a good player.
What was that? They did get Blue Match.
They did get Blue Match, but they may have won a battle, but they lost that war, if you know what I mean. Not a great ending. For Ben, he attempted to go after Gray Drybones, Ness, and Blue Yoshi, and oh, what do you know? He once again managed to get all 3 of them. Some cruel twist of fate. Some divine trick, whatever. Yeah, as always, things just had to work out for him. You went after Wario now, with Brown Critter leaving. You had a chance to go after Wario. And you also went after Wiggler and Kirby.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure I got all 3 of them as well.
And you did get all 3 of them. And
okay, yeah.
I know there are a lot of people interested in Wario. I know Andrew mentioned being interested in Wario. I know I've been interested in Wario. So you may be getting some trade offers.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And then Wiggler, too. I mean, Wiggler's so versatile. He can go on, like, any team.
He really could.
Kirby was a good pick for you, though. Kirby and Red Pianta coming back. What an awesome duo. And then Evelyn went after King K. Rool this time. She decided to pull the trigger. She was going to go after the K. Rool. And she nailed it. King K. Rool signed back on the team. He is ready to see them win a championship. He said it last year. He is not done until they win. Coming along with him was, maybe to his chagrin, I don't know if he was happy about this, Pauline also stayed. Arguably the worst player in the league last year. She's coming back for round 2. Maybe has a comeback year, maybe.
Pauline was so bad.
Pauline was, like, historically bad. I'm sorry, Pauline. Maybe it'll be better this time. And then Red Shy Guy left, actually. He did not want to stick around.
He did leave, yeah.
For Michael, he went after Luigi. Now, he just doesn't really feel like Mario's the right captain for his team, so he went after Luigi this time after Bowser Jr. left. Unfortunately, Luigi also refused to stay. However, he did lock down Blue Critter, which was big, and Rosalina. Yep. So, some quality players there. We'll see what he can do to build around them now.
Pitcher, like one of their main pitchers last year, especially at the end of the season, was amazing.
Yep.
And
that
Blue Critter was just pretty good for them.
Yeah, he was pretty good, and we'll see what he can do next year. That is the first 2 weeks of signings. Through and told, week 3 will be coming up. So any rumor, any
draft 2.0 from each will be coming up as well.
Will be coming out. Do you have any like rumors? What do we think's gonna happen day 3? Any big guesses?
Day 3, like, I know.
Who does my dad go after? Day 3.
I don't
Michael.
know.
Right, he's lost Bowser Jr. He's lost Boomerang Bro. He lost Luigi. He kept Blue Critter and Rosalina. So he can go after Mario, or he can just take the first round pick. He can go after Yellow Pianta. Yeah. I agree with you. I've been in some discussions with him. I've heard insider reports that he's probably taking the first round pick. Then you've got Yellow Pianta. He could take Yellow Pianta. That's right, Yellow Pianta. The person who, like, sold so many games for that team. He actively was trying to get off the team. Most people agree. He genuinely, he does not want to be there. They could try to get him back somehow. I don't know if that's going to happen. So we may be looking at him taking a first round pick or a tier 1 pick and a tier 2 pick. And then in tier 3, I don't even know who you go after. Like, do you go after Red Yoshi, Baby Peach, Blue Shy Guy? Like, who are these people to this team? This team has no identity right now, and it's kind of showing. I don't know. It's interesting. Do you think they try to go after Yellow Pianta?
I can see him going after Yellow Pianta. It's a kind of a weird, not a weird person for them to take, but it's also like, why would you want?
Yeah, why would you want? I guess trade capital? Like, is that crazy? Like, I mean, maybe he comes back and then they can trade him, because, I mean, he's a talented player. No one will second guess that. So he might be able to get them something in an offer.
Yeah.
The other one, PD Piranha, is in the draft board. He is going to be available at that number 1 overall pick. In your mind, is there any way Lucy doesn't take PD with pick number 1?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I don't know if she will.
So wait, who are you thinking else could be on her board, Liam? Like, what are the other options?
Hammerbro.
Okay, that's fair.
Hammerbro.
That actually is fair. I didn't think about that. She did run a light green team last year, but she could keep Green Critter, right? Because Yoshi left, so she could go after Green Critter.
That is true.
And then she could get Hammer Bro, and she would have Green Critter, Hammer Bro, and I think Blue Magic Koopa all have they're connected chemistry wise. That could be kind of scary.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
She can rebuild, like, the way, if she rebuilds her team right, her team is probably gonna be one of the scariest in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, Hammer Bro at pick 1. It's just like, how do you not take PD though? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like how do you not take Beatty when you already have 2 light green players
That's
around
the only
him?
problem with it.
I don't hate the Hammer Bro pick, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what she ends up going with. I do think the Wing Squad is set up really well to succeed next year.
Yeah.
That might be all we talk about for this pod. I think it will be. You know what? Let's go ahead and wrap things up here. As I said, day 3 of signing will be, sometime soon. I also have been working on the recap video, but, that'll come out when it comes out. It might be a little while. It just takes a long time, but that's okay. And then, Season 2. It'll be just around the corner before you know it. The draft is already, pretty imminent, to be honest. We've finished signing and we're ready to go.
Really just got to get through week 3 of signing. Maybe 1 or 2 more mock drafts.
Yeah. Dude, could we do, a
maybe
podcast?
We'll talk about March Madness at some point. I don't know.
Oh, dude, we should do a live draft reaction pod.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. Like me and you on the podcast, but it's a live reaction to the draft. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Like this draft or
the upcoming draft for season 2.
Yeah.
That sounds like a blast.
Yeah, that could
we
be.
Should do that.
Could be interesting, but it's also be a little hard.
Well,
but we'll figure it out.
Eventually. Not too difficult. We can pull it off. Yeah, we'll talk about stuff like that. I do also, you mentioned it, talk something March Madness. I do kind of wish we could do other things on this podcast besides just the league. So I don't know. That's something we gotta talk about. I think we can.
Yeah, but anyways.
I do feel like whenever ASA season 5 or 6 or whatever happens, doing some episodes on that would be kind of fun. But anyways, thank you to everybody for joining us and checking in on the Bloaded Podcast. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and we will see you after week 3 signing. Probably the next pod will be the draft, so get excited. I know I am. Season 2 is on the way. And this was the Bloated Podcast.